You know, since you started screaming about it, what's your freaking problem? Do you know the truth, the real truth behind circumcision? I mean, why would you think it's okay to mutilate your baby's penis or vagina? Why is that rhetoric? It's what it is. It's mutilation. Anytime you change your body structure, take away from it, anytime you cut away a piece of your body, the definition of that is mutilation. For one thing, the babies don't have any say. They don't get to decide. And it started for some ignorant reason. The Aboriginals in Australia even did it thousands of years before the Jews did. So why would you think they knew anything about AIDS or any of that crap? They don't. They did it out of a sense of religion, out of a sense of a mysticism thing. It to whatever. The Jews, they chose to do it to try to keep the boys from masturbating. Yeah. Listen, do you know what mutilation is? Do you know that the model who does the breast cuts off the penis, the piece, the baby screaming in pain, screaming at you because yes, it fucking hurts. What's wrong with you people? How could you even think a baby's prepuce wouldn't have any pain? How could you even think about that? How could you even think that way? And who are you, young man, to start screaming about a woman who's talking about female mutilation? Would you do it to your daughter? Would you? Would you take and let some guy come in with a nasty old knife and slice away your daughter's clitoris? Would you? That's what female mutilation is. You can call it circumcision if you want, but that's just a word they made up to make it sound accepted. You know, this so called cutting AIDS and all this, those are bullshit studies. They're only done in Africa because they know for a fact that the Pope's been over there screaming and telling these people that condoms actually cause AIDS, which is the stupidest thing I ever heard of any half-ass intelligent person say. But he said it, and he, being where he was, the African people are pretty superstitious to this day. So if their pontiff tells them something, they believe it lock, stock, and barrel. They got people over there cutting off the limbs of albinos, thinking that if they eat this, they can gain their power. Still in Africa. Also, all the screaming you're doing, dude, just makes you look even dumber than these women that allow their baby boys to be circumcised. You're probably circumcised and you don't think there's anything wrong with it, but you're just a kid. Your parents didn't know any better. Nobody said that parents from past generations who had it done for whatever reason they believed in, nobody has said that parents were purposely taking their kids in to be mutilated. They didn't know yet. They didn't know back then. And all we're doing now is telling the truth that circumcision is totally unnecessary. The Jews do it as a covenant to their God, and that's the only fucking reason they say. But actually, it's you got a bunch of them sitting around a table thinking, how are we going to prove to God that we, share a covenant with him to prove that we love him? Let's cut off a piece of our boy's penis. Do you understand? I mean, who would even think of that? Why was that even thought up thousands of years ago to want to mutilate your baby boy and girl? You need to think about these things before you come online and make a total ass of yourself, which is what you've done. You got on here screaming about the fact that we call it mutilation when in fact it is mutilation. They'll call it many things. They'll even say that it helps cut down on AIDS and cancer. Bullshit. It's so stupid. I never heard anything so dumb. Wash your dick. Wash the damn thing. You should be lucky you're not having problems. My brother tells me about all kinds of problems he has because he is circumcised. And I'm whole. And he hates it. He knows. You people are just so it's unbelievable how you have the balls to come on and start screaming at this poor girl trying to get it. She doesn't speak English very well, you can tell. She's trying to get her message out that female mutilation is just that. It's torture. It's mutilation. Mutilation. They mutilate. They go in there with a rusty knife and cut out the clitoris. For what good reason? You never did say why, did you? Oh, that's all I need to say to you, bud, because you need to think for a while about what you're saying to people out here. And when you can't bring yourself to understand that cutting off a piece of your baby boy's penis is mutilation, then you're a child abuser. Because now you're on notice. Now you're on notice if you have kids and you get them circumcised. You're a child abuser. Good night. Me? I'm just an earthling.